My name is Carlos Ravalero Gonzalez, and this is my paper-like project for Module 6. First, we're going to start with degree to radians. Since we start with the degree, we're going to have to multiply the 240 degree by pi over 180. This is going to give us 240 pi over 180. And then we'll have this. We're going to have to divide this by the GCF, which is 60. And that is going to give us 3 pi over 2. Now we're going to do radians to degrees. We're going to start with this radian, which is pi over 4. We're going to have to multiply this by 180 over pi. And since this is multiplication, we can use cross cancel the 2 pi's, which is going to give us 180 over 4. And then now we use divide 180 by 4, and this is going to give us our degree, which is 45 degrees. Now we're going to do the Pythagorean theorem. For this, we're going to use the formula a to the second power plus b to the second power equals c to the second power. The hypotenuse is always c, so the opposite could be a and the adjacent can be b because it doesn't really matter like the order. So I chose the opposite as the a and the adjacent as the b. Now we're going to take those numbers and plug them in. So 7 to the second power is 49, 2 to the second power is 4, and then we're going to add them together to get 53 equals c to the second power. And to get rid of this second power, we need to take the square root of both. And now we're going to take the square root of 53 and the square root of c to the second power, which is going to give us c equals square root 53 because we cannot simplify more than this. So the answer for this problem is that c, which is this side, is going to equal the square root of 53. Now we're going to do the SOHCAHTOA 12 problem. For this problem, we're given 12 as the opposite, x as the adjacent, and the angle 41. And since we have the opposite and the adjacent, we know that we're going to have to use this part of the SOHCAHTOA, the last part, which the formula looks like this: tan times the angle equals opposite over adjacent. And we're going to have to plug these numbers into this, so it's going to look like this: tan 41 over 1 equals 12 over x. And now we want to isolate x, so we're going to move x to this side. And then we're going to put tan 41 in both of the denominators too. So it's going to look like this. And now we can just cancel this 2 out. Since we have it on the denominator and numerator, we can just cancel it out. So that's going to leave us with x equals 12 over 41. So now to get y equals x, now we just need to divide 12 by tan 41, and that's going to be 13.8. So we get that x equals 13.8, and then we could just round this up to 14. So our answer is that x equals 14, and that's our answer for here. 14 or 13.8. Now we're going to do the inverse of SOHCAHTOA, and this triangle is giving us the hypotenuse and the adjacent. And since it's giving us that, we know that we're gonna use this part. So for the inverse, we need to multiply the 4 over 5 right here. This is gonna be 4 over 5 because the a goes first and the h goes second. So the a will be 4, which is the adjacent, and the 5, the hypotenuse, will be the denominator. And we know that I multiply that by cos because cos is right here, because c equals cos. And we know it's going to have a -1 because it's inverse. So it's going to be cos to -1 times 4 over 5. And that's going to equal 36.86. And we could just round that up to 37.